Here we are in the Revolutionary War Gallery, and one of our big exhibits in this gallery is the Maryland 400 and the Battle of Brooklyn. This diorama was an Eagle Scout project made by, I can't pronounce his name, Matthew Road, March 2015, from Boy Scout Troop 1321. This was his Eagle Scout project, and you can see how intricately detailed this is. Sometimes when I give tours through here, a lot of young people don't know who is who in the diorama. They see blue and think they are the Americans, and I end up explaining to them that the blue coats here are Hessians, which are German mercenaries hired by the Crown to help the British fight the American patriots who are in rebellion. Obviously, the redcoats on this side are the British. The Maryland 400 are portrayed here in the middle, carrying the Calvert flag, sometimes pronounced Calvert, depending where in Maryland you live, and they are in the brown. Not everybody had spiffy uniforms. You fought in what you had sometimes in those days. But what happened was George Washington and his men needed to get away during this battle. And what they had to do, as you can see here in the diorama, the Maryland troops were surrounded. And what they had to do was to fight the Hessians and the British off so George Washington and his men could get away so they could live to fight another day. When George Washington was told of the Maryland 400 having his back and help him get away, George Washington was quoted as saying, "Good God, what brave fellows I must this day lose." And many of them, not all of them, did come from Charles County. And Maryland is very proud of their Maryland 400. Another fun fact, the name Maryland 400 does not mean the number of the men who were fighting in the Maryland Regiment. Back in that time frame, land in Maryland was divided in quadrants called hundreds, where we would today refer to them as counties or parishes. Their blocks of land were referred to as hundreds, so they were known as the Maryland 400. But they were definitely more than 400, and many of these men did lose their lives here at the Battle of Brooklyn, and many of their remains are lost. People are still trying to this day find where the fallen Maryland men are buried in that area. And another thing in the Maryland Sons of the American Revolution do make an annual bus trip pilgrimage to this area of Brooklyn every year to commemorate what happened that day and to recognize the Maryland men who sacrificed themselves to save George Washington and our American Revolution.
Well, thank you, and I learned a great deal. I always thought the 400 meant there was 400 men.
No.
So you are a great historian and educator. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.